A scam that is growing rampant in California is now making its way to Arizona.
A man almost became a victim of this scam, but it took 3 on Your Side's Gary Harper to help the guy out.
Yeah, as you're about to see, this Tolleson man saved up for more than a year. In fact, he saved around $18,000 so he could buy a car outright and not have to take out a loan and finance it. So you can imagine his surprise when his car was being repossessed one day.
Oh, I fell in love with it. It was my dream car. I wanted the Camaro.
Mario Gonzalez says he's been saving up a long time to buy the perfect car.
I worked really hard, to save that money for about a year and a half.
After shopping around, Mario says he found just what he wanted on Craigslist, a 2012 Chevy Camaro. After talking to the seller, Mario negotiated the asking price down to $18,000. Now, it's important to note that Mario works in law enforcement and says he's fully aware of all the scams out there when it comes to buying a used car through a private seller. So he took precautions to protect himself.
Knowing that there's tons of scams out there, and me taking all the reports that I take, and I deal with people all the time, to be safe, I told the seller, I said, hey, I would meet you at the DMV.
Now that was a great idea, because 3 on Your Side always advises car buyers to meet car sellers at an MVD. That way the agency can let you know if there's a clear title and if there are any liens at all. And according to Mario, everything checked out perfectly. No liens, and the title was clear. So he felt comfortable handing over $18,000. Mario had Arizona MVD register the Camaro in his name, and with the clean title in hand, he drove off. He was thrilled to have the car he always wanted and was happy knowing that it was paid off in full. However, 2 months later, after eating with his family at this Peter Piper Pizza, he walked out to find his car on a tow truck.
And the tow truck driver's like, hey, we got a lien, or it's a repo.
A repo? Mario paid the seller off in cash, so why was the car being repossessed? Mario was told he had to call a finance company called American Credit Acceptance for answers.
They said, we're showing a lien for the vehicle. There's an account for it. But she didn't want to give me a lot of information. I had tons of questions, and I would ask them, and she would just refer me. She said somebody would call me back with more information.
So 3 on Your Side got involved, and we got a hold of American Credit Acceptance, which immediately looked into the matter for us. They told us there was in fact a lien on that Camaro with a substantial balance that had not been paid, which explains why it was being repossessed. But remember, Mario had Arizona's MVD check it out, and nothing at all showed up. So what happened? Well, according to the finance company, the state of California, where the Camaro used to be registered, is experiencing rampant title fraud. Apparently, scammers fill out this online form from California's MVD, assuring that the car is paid off when it's really not. California then issues a clean title with no lien, and the car is resold to an unsuspecting victim like Mario. After 3 on Your Side's involvement, American Credit Acceptance dropped the lien and says it will not force Mario to pay the unpaid balance or repossess his car. Mario says he's ecstatic knowing his Camaro is his, and says California really needs to do something about its title fraud.
What's going on? This needs to stop. We need to find out what's going on so we can fix the problem, not just keep it on the hush-hush, you're okay. We need to know. We need answers.
Hey, by the way, a big thank you to American Credit Acceptance for eating that loan and not making Mario responsible for it. They didn't have to do it, but they did. I certainly appreciate that. Now, in the meantime, 3 on Your Side has spoke to the state of California, and that state acknowledges that this is a huge problem in their state, and they're doing everything they can to crack down on the scam so consumers like Mario are not victimized. I'm Gary Harper, 3 on Your Side.